Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Recovery Lab TV. I'm Chris. I'm your coach and therapist today. And today is Thursday. We're going to be covering our upper body prehab session. For those who don't know what prehab is, it's effectively a corrective exercise program that helps reduce injuries, helps correct imbalances that you have in your body. Kind of really sets you up for the day. Okay. First of all, as those who kind of already know and already do these sessions, we've had a few technical issues this morning, so I'd like to apologise for that. YouTube was having a buffering problem, so hopefully you're all set and we've overcome those and everything will be nice and smooth like normal from now on. So yeah, apologies for that if it's kind of caused you any stress or any anxiety at the minute. But yeah, here we are, Thursday morning session. Okay, so today all you're going to need is your mats. Okay, a object. I'm going to be using a yoga block. It doesn't have to be a yoga block. If you have a weighted object like a dumbbell or kettlebell, then please use that for this one exercise that I'm going to use this, and I'll explain that more a little further on. You're going to need a slippery surface. So if you have wood flooring like me, a nice little towel like this is a perfect thing to use. If not, then get a Tupperware lid, carry a bag, slide that around and so on and so forth. If you have one of these bad boys, okay, one of these little thin bands, okay, they're about this big. Some of you have them, some of you may not. If you don't stress. Just let me know in the comment section that you don't, and I'll be able to give you alternatives. Otherwise, I'm just going to assume that you'll all have one. But yeah, let me know if you don't have one of those bands. Just drop a little message in the comment section, okay? And then that way I can offer you alternatives for those exercises above, okay? And then you're just going to need a long pole, okay? Now that can be a long pole. That can also be a broom handle, a mop handle, whatever you have to kind of available to you, and then just a straight thing. If you don't have one of those, okay, don't stress again. Just wrap a towel and make that your straight line and try and keep it as straight as you can, all right? So with all that being said, I hope you're okay. I hope you're having a lovely week so far. It's Thursday. It's almost celebrated Friday, okay, for those who just work the 5-day week. But yeah, let me know how you're doing in the comment section. It's always nice to hear from you. It's always good to know that you're okay and you're having a lovely week, and hopefully I'll be able to give you a good morning as well. Okay, so waking up our upper body, okay, if you have any cushions or a soft squishy pad like me, you're going to stick this underneath your knees for now just to help safeguard them. If you don't and you want to use a cushion, by all means, use a cushion. If you want to use a towel or if you want to fold your mats in two, it's just to offer a little bit of support as we do these stretches and walk our arms out, okay? So you're going to gently walk your arms away. You're going to get that little stretch where you're going to go, ooh, and then you're going to walk it back. And then I want you to stretch up and behind your head if you can, all right? So it's coming up, out to there, walking as far as you can, shuffling back up, and you're kind of getting that lengthening in your abs, lengthening in the shoulders, drawing your shoulders back, really waking up that upper body as you do so. And then you've just got that cushion there, just offer a bit of support for your knees, okay? Big stretch up, there we go. Great job. That's it. Big stretch up again. That's it. One more. Nice and easy. Good job. Stretching up from there. Okay, so this next one. In an all four position, okay? Take your knees out a little wider. Now underneath your hip. Your hands are stacked. 1, 2, 3. All underneath, okay? From there, you're going to rotate around, keeping your hips as still as you can, just like so. And you kind of want to fight the rotation, so you don't want any movement in your hips at all, okay? It's all in your upper body, just like this, all right? Actually, you're going to have one side better than the other, okay? Your goal is to try and make both sides the same. There we go. Big stretch around, following it around with your eyes. Big deep breath. Good job, well done. Two more, one either side. Good. Well done. Okay, so from there, you're going to come up, you're going to come around. As you do, you're going to rotate. You're going to come to the small of your back. You're going to come round again, up nice and tall, back down, swap over, rotate, back up, tall as you can, keeping your head nice and neutral, okay? So keep that going for me. Go up as tall as you can. Imagine you're hitting the ceiling, okay? You're scraping across the ceiling. As you do, you rotate your arm, keeping it in line with that ceiling line as you come through. That's it. Big draw back. Don't want to wake those shoulders up. Good. Good. One more either side, okay? So big draw up. Last one. Good. Okay. So this next one, you want to grab a little space on the floor, okay? In a nice little fetal position, if you will, okay? So you got your knees in a nice little right angle, okay? Your back level and straight, your arm in line with your shoulder, and your palm up like so, okay? From there, you're going to put this palm on top of it, okay? And it's an open book, closed book type of situation where you're going to slide forward, okay? And then you're going to come all the way over, and your goal is to keep the one shoulder down as you aim for this shoulder to hit the floor, okay? Once you hit the floor, okay, you'll come back over. Now, hopefully, your hips will stay still. Now, if you're struggling with your hips to stay still, draw your shoulder down here, hold your thigh by there, reach forward, and as you come over, pull and drive that hand down into the floor. So when you stretch, your hips won't move and your shoulders are aiming to get on the floor as you do it, okay? And then come back over, okay? So sliding forward, okay? As far as you can, get a real stretch in that shoulder joint, okay? Then a big draw up and over, tap the floor, come back over, okay? So big stretch, there we go. That's it, perfect. That's it, big reach. There we go. Brilliant job. Keep it up, keep it going. That's it. Two more. Big reach again. Big stretch over, waking up those shoulders. Trying to get that body rotated That's it. One more. Brilliant. Okay. So from there, swapping sides. Okay, rotating over, spinning around. Now, some of you are going to be wondering why we're doing this type of stuff in a prehab class. It doesn't necessarily feel like an exercise. Okay. So as you slide, rotate around, and you'd be amazed on how much your upper body mobility, okay, in your shoulders, in your spine, affects your lower back and shoulder health, okay? So without the mobility there, you can't apply the strength. And if you can't apply the strength and load your skeleton in the way it's designed, you're naturally going to load it in an incorrect fashion, which then is going to place extra pressure on the joints where it's unable to maintain the weight, the pressure, and what happens then, it starts degenerating. That's it. Keep it going. Keep aiming to keep those shoulders down as you rotate. Try and limit the movement in your hips. So naturally, the more you develop this, okay, the less pressure you place on your lower back, the more range you have in the shoulder, okay, and then we can get you stronger in that range. And then naturally, not only will it improve your performance, but it's going to decrease the likelihood of you getting injured, okay? So last one, big drive around. Good. Okay, so from there, what you're going to do, you're going to spin back around to this side, all right? You're going to reach as far forward as you can. You're going to slide all the way up, all the way around to your bum. And you're going to come all the way back up. Try to keep those fingertips on the floor. Now notice how once I get to there, I rotate my hand. Once I go back, I rotate it this way, and I come back around that way, okay? So now you can see my hands a little bit better. There we go. Okay, you're going to slide forward, reach as far forward as you can. You're going to slide all the way up. Now, keeping your fingertips down, okay, as I come over here and then try to draw my shoulder down, okay, so I've got that rotation just like we did in the previous exercise. And my hand comes all the way up, getting full range of my shoulder. Now, some of you, when you get to head height, your arm's going to lift up off the floor and it's going to be up here. And you're just not going to be able to get it down. And that's completely fine. It just means that you've got a bit of work to do, okay? So keep it going. Reaching forward, sliding up, around, rotating, aiming for the shoulders to go down, okay? You focus on the shoulder, the hand will follow. Good. Big stretch. There we go. That's it. One more. Good. So swap the sides. Same again. How are we doing so far? Hope you're okay. That's it. Hands forward. Big stretch forward. Big rotation. Keeping those fingers down. Rotating. Getting the mobility in your shoulders and your back. Drawing back up. Again. Taking your time with it. Keeping it going. Great job, well done. Keep it there. Big draw up. Big reach around. Tapping it bum, there we go. Brilliant job, well done. That's it, one more. Brilliant job. So, coming up nice and tall. Okay. Your next one. Okay, I'm going to show you various versions, if you will. Okay. You're going to need your pole. Okay. You're going to need a resistance band like this. Now, if you can, let me know if you have these things. If you don't, let me know, and I'll try my best to give you alternatives. All right. If you have, if you don't have these, but you have some small dumbbells, and by small dumbbells, I'm talking 1 or 2 kilogram dumbbells. If you have little plates, because you have a bar, you're looking at maybe a 1.25 or 2.5 plate, if you will. Nothing really heavier than that. All right, they're small muscles. We're going to be working our rotator cuff muscles. They're small muscles. You don't need to load them with kind of big weights or anything like that to challenge them, as you're going to find out. All right. So if you just have a bar or just have your weights, you're literally going to be doing holding there. Okay, you're going to have a nice proud chest, just like me. You're going to draw up with the elbow. Now notice I've got a straight line going from elbow to elbow, and I've got a straight line going down to the bar. So I've got 2 little right angles, okay, just like that. Keeping my elbows high. From there, I rotate just like so, okay? My elbows didn't move, my shoulder rotated, okay? The bar is now on my crown, if you will. I'm then going to scrape up my invisible wall into that position. I'm going to come back down. I'm going to rotate, keeping my elbows in position. I'm going to push down, all right? So you're either doing this with a bar, you're doing it with some free weights, okay? Or if you have one of these, okay, you're going to slide your bar out of the way. You're going to stick this underneath your feet, making sure your feet are dead straight or pushed away, okay? Do not tuck your toes towards you, all right? Make sure that they're on your feet, fully formed, okay? In the sense that like that is right in the middle of my foot. It's not going to slip off. If you have it towards your toes and it slips off and slaps you in the face, I don't want to see you get hurt or anything like that, all right? So I've got a nice little box, if you will, okay? I'm going to draw my elbows back, okay? Keeping my right angle as best as I can. I'm coming up here. Notice how much more challenging it is. And then I'm pushing up, back down, back to here, back forward, okay? So that is the goal, regardless of whether you're doing it with this, doing it with a bar that you have in your house, some free weights or whatever, that's the exercise, right? So getting ready, going in 3, 2, 1, elbows high, draw up and over, big push away. Now, if you're using this and it's a bit too hard, okay, bring your knees a little bit closer, okay? It'll do the same, it'll just lessen the resistance. And like I said, it's about getting a technique 100% than it is anything else, because it's all about the shapes. Because if you're not hitting the shapes, you're not working the muscles that you think you're working, okay? Good. All right, 2 more. Brilliant. Drop it down. Now, where you should feel everything working is literally your upper traps, okay, all around your shoulder blade as you draw back here, okay? If you have your shoulder blades and they stick out at the bottom where the apex of your scapula is, and you're all kind of rounded like this, and your shoulder blades are like that, and they're sticking out, this is a brilliant one. That movement there is a brilliant one to glue your shoulder blade into your rib cage, okay? And it instantly makes your shoulder a lot stronger. It's your brick wall that it hits against. If it's already sticking out, your arm will do that a little bit more, and it leads to dislocations, okay? So it's a really simple exercise, but it's a brilliant one. It's called a Cuban press. So if you ever forget what you're doing, have a little YouTube before the exercise called the Cuban press. Now, what I want you to try and do this time, okay, I want you to lean your back up against something, all right? So I'm going to use my sofa so you can see me. But if you have a wall in your house, just lean up against that wall. Just don't mark it, okay? So from there, same again, in that position, back is lovely and straight, okay? It's going to force you not to cheat. Your elbows come against the wall, knuckles come against the wall, and then you'll slide it up the wall, back down, back over, and back in front, okay? Same again, okay? Big draw up, over, back up, back down, over, and there. There we go. Same again. Doing brilliant. Good. One more. Good job. Well done. Chuck it down. Okay, so we've got one more round, all right? How are we feeling so far? Let me know in the comment section how you're doing. Grab yourself a little drink and have a little breather. You've got about 15 seconds, okay? So you're doing all right. All right? So as tall as you can, opening up those shoulders, going up, achieving that position, okay? Because that's what engages the backs of your rotator cuffs. Then there is going to glue that. Literally, you've got one of your rotator cuffs in between your shoulder blade and your rib cage. It's the glue that glues it together, okay? So that movement there really traps it against it, and then it's working in a combination to draw up, all right? So last time, you're doing amazing so far. Keep up with it. I hope it's all making sense, and I hope this giving you a bit of a challenge as well, okay? So soft knees, arms straight, there, back nice and proud, draw up, make that straight line, rotate over, big powerful punch up, strong as you can, back down, back over, that's it, let's go. Good, keep it up. Good, two more. Last one. Great job, well done. Brilliant, brilliant effort. Okay, so chuck these bands down for now, okay? What you're gonna do. So depending on if you have a weighted object, by weighted object, I mean a kettlebell, a dumbbell, something heavy in your house, it can be a bag, it can be whatever you want it to be. I'm gonna use a block, okay? Reason being for what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up into a press up position. I'm gonna pick up one hand, I'm gonna grab my object, I'm gonna slide it across, stick it to the other side, okay? Gonna come through, grab it, slide it across, okay? Now, the goal of the exercise is not how many times you can grab it and spin it across. The goal of the exercise is, can I lift up my arm? Check one. Can I then draw my hand underneath, slide that object whilst keeping everything still, okay? If your bum is up in the air like this and you're rotating and your hips are moving and you spin round, you do it, it doesn't necessarily matter, right, how many of those you're doing because you're doing them incorrectly, right? I'd rather you do 3 reps but absolutely nail it than do 20 with your bum in the air, your hips are going all over the place and you're moving your trunk, right? The reason what it's designed for is stabilizing, causing rotation, anti-rotation, okay? So again, stabilizing, okay, and generating power, okay? Those are the main functions of your entire trunk. That's front and back, right? We all rotate. We're all used to that, okay? What we need to get good at is controlling the rotation and having the rotation when we want to rotate, we rotate. When we don't, okay? Because then what happens is then you think of your hips as your main focal point. If it ricochets down because there's unwanted movement here, it's going to affect your spine, which is going to affect your shoulders, which is then going to come down and affect your knees, all right? So controlling here is pretty much the key to our bodies, all right? So if we focus on that, when we do this exercise, you'll do amazing and you'll get stronger, and honestly, the results will be phenomenal for you, okay? So it's coming up. Now, if you struggle holding your body in this position, simply chuck a little mat underneath your knee, keep your hips, your knees shoulder width, keep your hips as still as you can, and just move that way, okay? Once you get a little bit stronger, come up, move that way, okay? Have that body as still as you can now, all right? So we're all good, we're all ready? So crescent position, number one, solid position, okay? Feet shoulder width, lifting one arm up, keeping that body as still as you can, allowing slight rotation in the shoulder only. Coming through, swapping sides, there we go. Keeping that body as still as you can. Two more. Good job. Shake it out. Let me know how you found it. It's quite a tough one, isn't it? You know, grab yourself a little drink. Let me know in the comment section how you're doing. Good morning, Lisa. How are we doing, guys? We okay? Doing awesome, all right? So keep that body as still as you can. Really squeeze it, engage it, solid as a rock. As you come through, rotate with power, okay? So if you're using dumbbells, slide them across the floor. If you're using kettlebells, slide them across the floor. You're not looking to lift it. The whole point is using the force to pull it away, okay? And using the force to hold that contraction so you're not rotating like that. It's going to be harder on the shoulders. It's going to be harder on the core, okay? You ready? Going again. Going in 3, 2, 1. Coming up, solid position. Into that position, sliding across. There we go. Last one. Great job, guys. All done. Big deep breaths. Should start getting warm now. As your neural system is challenged, as you're trying to stabilize as best you can, you should be getting hot, sweaty, out of breath. It's all completely normal. Less is more with the movement, okay? Got one more round, and then we're going to move on. Hope you're doing all right. Get a drink if you need it. Open some windows if you need that. Big deep breaths. Keep it up, keep it going, okay? Doing brilliant. So, gently getting ready, all right? Going in 3, 2, 1, and go. Solid as a rock. Big rotations. Two more. Great job, well done. Brilliant. So chucking your little object, whatever it was, out of the way. Grab yourself a little drink. Let me know in the comment section how you're doing. It's great to hear from you, interact with you. I'm kind of bounce back what I'm doing, and hopefully it's going in and making sense. Okay, so grabbing your little bars if you can. We're going to do a 2 little exercise routine now, right? Okay, so this next one, starting off as a little bit of a mobility exercise. Okay, you're going to go up into a Y shape. Okay, holding a bar or a broom or a brush or whatever. Okay, you're going to come down without hitting your head, keeping your elbow nice and tight, skin tight to your body. Back up, went down there, back up. Keeping that back as straight as you can. Aiming for those elbows to literally come skin tight to your top. Okay, you ready? And go. Deep as you can. Keeping those legs straight, those toes pointed. Up back. Drive your chest forward. Just like so. Good. You're literally brushing your hair on your head. You're not going far behind your body. So from there, it's literally just like that. Okay, I'm not back there doing it. Okay, I want to be as tight as I can, as tall as I can, coming through. Just like that. That's it. 2 more. Last one. Great effort. Okay, from there, you're going to come down onto the floor. Okay, your forehead is going down on the floor. Again, holding it in a Y-shaped position. You're going to come up. You're going to come behind your head to your shoulders. Your elbows are going to be down. Wrists are going to be forward. And you're going to punch forward, okay? So it's there. Back. Squeezing as much as you can. Engaging as much as you can. Bring your feet together. Take your knees off the floor. Toes down. Good. One more. Good. Perfect. Okay. So from there, coming up as tall as you can onto your feet. Okay. Now you're gonna chuck it on your back, holding it like you would if you were gonna squat. Okay. You're gonna come down as deep as you can. Your back is dead straight. You're gonna rotate. Okay. Make a straight line if you can. Come over. Rotate. Again, making that straight line. Really working that rotation in your spine. Last one. Good job. Taking a breather, grabbing a seat, having a little drink if you need it. Comments. Yeah. It's a phenomenal feeling when you start waking up muscles that you haven't touched before, that you kind of haven't engaged before, or haven't engaged in a long time, you know. Being able to draw behind your head without using your lower back to curve and create the mobility is incredibly hard, especially as we get older. We've had a lifetime of moving the way we move. If we're desk workers, drivers, carrying our kids, let's face it, most of us are on our phones these days. We're becoming this rounded individual that are getting neck problems, upper back problems, tension here, causing us headaches and so on. you get pins and needles in your fingers because you're trapping a nerve by here that controls your entire arm. Unless you correct that, like that's a long-term life injury, you know. You damage that one nerve controls, like, is like the main artery to your arm in regards to human movement. So by drawing those shoulders back, dropping them down a little bit, it's going to stop giving you headaches, stop the tension here, it's going to stop the lower back pain, stop the pins and needles in the arm and that kind of dead arm feeling, all just by drawing back and in working the muscles that we're working on a regular basis in these classes, okay? So keep it up, keep doing what you're doing, all right? Keep trying hard, focus more on the form and the technique of it as opposed to the reps, okay? Probably the only instructor or coach that is ever really going to tell you that on a mass scale, okay? I'm a firm believer in it. Focus more on the technique than the repetitions, and the repetitions will come when good technique is made, okay? So, tall as you can, big Y shape, drawing a proud chest, okay? Really engage it. You're going to feel those hamstrings lengthen. If you have tight hamstrings like I do, okay? You're going to go behind your head ever so slightly. And if you want to lean up against the wall, lean up against the wall, just don't mark it, okay? I don't want a message off you saying, oh, Chris, I did your class, mark my wall, I want you to come around and paint my house for me. It's not going to happen. So, keep it up nice and tall. There we go. That's it. Work that mid to lower back by keeping it upright. Good, real good. Keep pushing forward. That's it. 2 more. There we go. Last one. Perfect. Coming down, nice and tall. Flat as you can. Forehead, head down, arms nice and straight. Okay. Coming up, drawing back. Get those feet together. Get those knees off the floor. One more. Good job, well done. Gently coming up, nice and tall. Into that wide stance, okay? Gently on your shoulders, not your neck, okay? It's really important, okay? Follow it, dipping it down, stretching out those hamstrings, rotating, finding a sticking point in the middle, aiming for that point every time. Two more. Last one. Great job, well done. Chucking it down. Okay. How are we? We all doing all right? We all okay? You ready for a drink? Okay. So, your next one. You're going to go into this all 4 box position. Okay, it's going to be your last exercise of the day. Right? Your goal is to keep your body as straight as you can. That spine needs to stay straight. All right, your head is going to stay in this position. It's going to be slightly tucked down. It's not dropped down. Okay. Imagine you got a board. You kept to it, and if you want to, you can put your stick or broom or whatever on there, or even a small tennis ball on your lower back. Okay. The goal is to keep that stick dead straight. It needs to be on your shoulder blades, the back of your head, and the base of your pelvis. From there, you're going to come up one side, going straight, back down, tapping the floor, dead straight, just like so. Okay, you ready? On a 2, 1, and go. So last one. Good job. Swapping sides. Keeping that stick as still as you can. Good job. Swapping sides again. Last time. After this, we're stretching. Make it happen. Take your time with it. Set aiming for a perfect repetition. Good job. Swapping sides again. Keeping that stick as still as you can. If you haven't got a stick, use a tennis ball. Stick it on your lower back. Guarantee you'll have fun with it. Set 2 more. Last one. Good job. Taking the sticks off. Chucking them, rolling them out the way. Again, for a small exercise, okay, it's going to get you hot, it's going to get you sweaty. And that's because of all the stress it places on your neural system. Your neural system's used to contracting one side versus the other, front versus back. What it's not used to, and unless we train it to be, is working and supporting and stabilizing and contracting all our muscles to work together, okay? So knees nice and wide, feet nice and flat, stretching down as much as you can, taking a big deep breath in, easing it out, breathing it away. So coming up and over, drawing your hips down, pushing your head away. Okay, don't drop into that position. Really trying to lengthen the body as much as you can. So coming back again. This time, slide your right hand underneath. Rotate into that side. Take a few big deep breaths. Breathing it away and then swap with sides. Good. From there, coming into a box position, coming around, holding it at the top. So gently coming back around, alternating sides. Good. From there, grab yourself a little seat. Bring your arms around the back, open up the chest. Nice and proud. Hope you're all feeling well. Hope you enjoyed today. I hope it made sense to you, to why you're doing what you're doing. Please, please, please do not be afraid ever to ask me why we are doing what we're doing, okay? Or why are we doing this exercise? What is the importance of this, okay? Question your coaches, question your therapists, your doctors, your physios, whoever they are, question them. Because ultimately it's your body that is going to either reap the rewards, reap the benefits, or the opposite and come over the top, be affected negatively by someone's potential negligence, okay, or misguidance, okay. So never be afraid to ask why. In all fairness, I encourage it, you know, because if that person doesn't know why, then effectively you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. All right. So swap sides, but yeah, hope I kind of made clear in a sense why we're doing what we're doing and the benefits to you are going to be for doing these type of things. Okay, the more you try and do it, the more it's going to benefit you, and then effectively your body will correct itself if you do struggle with shoulder mobility, shoulder problems, back problems. These little things, it's amazing on how much our lower backs will compromise itself because of the lack of mobility, the lack of ability to twist, places so much pressure on our hips. So just simply adding a few exercises a day just to kind of help and make a difference will have a giant positive impact on your lives, all right? So all that being said, hope you had an amazing class. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned a little. Thank you so much for joining me. I really, really do appreciate you spending time in your lives to come and help me, support me doing what I love doing. Hope you love it just as much. Let me know how you're getting on. I know I keep saying it, but I do really care about each and every one of you and want to know your stories, how much you're progressing. If there's something wrong, I want to be able to help you fix it. Okay, so let me know. Either drop me a private message, use our discussion board. I've got that kind of up and running now. Let me know in the comment sections. Drop me a private message over other social media platforms. I've added all our social media things to our page now. So if you go onto our About Us section, you can literally find us everywhere on every other social media platform. So hope you have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of it. It's sunny. Make the most of it. I don't know how long it's going to last, but yeah, have a good one. And I'll see you tomorrow for some lower body prehab where we're trying to correct and save the world. All right. You have an amazing one, and I'll see you later. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. Have a lovely one. Take care.